Welcome guys, we are going to have these few exercises together. Make sure you like the video. Let's proceed. Il limite massimo di velocità consentito su qualsiasi autostrada è di 150 km/h. Of course, the number one, the answer is falso. It says the maximum speed limit on any motorway is 150 km/h. Now the answer is falso because the normal motorway high speed limit is 130. Con caratteristiche particolari, that one is 150. So that is why the number one, the answer is falso. Very good. Number two, le frecce direzionali in figura possono essere completate da scritte sulla pavimentazione che indicano la località raggiungibile. So number two, of course, the right answer is absolutely vero. It says the directional arrows can be completed with writings on the pavement indicating the reachable location. So it is absolutely vero. Very good. Okay, let's move. Question number 3. Il fenomeno dell'acquaplaning riduce lo sbandamento del veicolo. Of course, the number 3, the answer is falso. It says the phenomenon of aquaplaning reduces the vehicle's skidding or shaking, and it is falso because it increases it rather. Okay, very good. Number 4, lo stato di shock non si verifica mai nelle persone che hanno perso molto sangue. And of course that is a simple question. 4 is falso. Why? It says shock, the state of shock never occurs to people who lost a lot of blood, and it is falso because if you lose a lot of blood you can go in a state of shock. So that's why the 4 is falso. Number 5. Durante la guida la percezione di un pericolo e la conseguente reazione del conducente non sono influenzate dalle condizioni ambientali. So the 5 is falso. It says while driving, the perception of danger and the driver's consequent reactions are not influenced by environmental conditions. And it is falso because it is influenced by it. The environment can influence the state of the driver, okay, or how the driver will drive. So that's why the 5 is absolutely falso. 6. Gli organi di traino di un veicolo non devono essere periodicamente lubrificati. And the 6 is of course falso. It says the towing parts of a vehicle do not need to be periodically lubricated. It is falso. They must be lubricated to avoid breakage. Okay, so that's why the 6 is falso. Number 7. La distanza di sicurezza deve essere determinata in relazione alla larghezza del veicolo che precede. What is the answer of the 7? It is absolutely falso. It says the safety distance must be determined in relation to the wideness of the vehicle in front. It is falso because the vehicle that is in front of you, its wideness has nothing to do with the safety distance. So number 7 is absolutely falso. That's a very simple question. Okay. Number 8. È obbligatorio accendere le luci del veicolo in caso di scarsa visibilità per le condizioni del tempo, nebbia, neve, pioggia. And of course the 8, the answer is vero. It says it is mandatory to turn on the vehicle's light in case of poor visibility due to weather conditions like fog, snow, and rain. So the 8 is absolutely vero. Okay? Very good. Number 9. Il semaforo in figura con luce gialla fissa accesa consente l'attraversamento dell'incrocio se lo si è già impegnato. So number 9 is absolutely vero. It says this traffic light with a fixed yellow light on allows you to cross the intersection if you have already occupied it. So it is already, the answer is absolutely vero. Okay? Very good. Number 10. In presenza del segnale raffigurato è consentito il transito di autoveicoli che trasportano prodotti che non contaminano l'acqua. And the 10. What is the right answer? It is absolutely vero. It says in the presence of this sign, the transit of vehicles carrying products that do not contaminate water is permitted to pass there. So it is absolutely vero, because this sign is a prohibition for every vehicle that transport liquid that can contaminate water. So that's why the 10 is absolutely vero. Number 11. For those who want to join the private class, you can send a message on the WhatsApp. If you want to join our private classes, where you have access to the theory and the quiz with explanation of every topic, so that you can pass your exams. Number 11. Il segnale raffigurato è un segnale di precedenza. And of course, the 11 is vero. It says this sign is a sign of precedence. So it is absolutely vero. Very good. 12. Il veicolo S, muovendosi in retromarcia per immettersi nella circolazione, deve azionare la segnalazione luminosa di pericolo. And the 12 is falso. It says vehicle S, when reversing to enter the circulation, must activate the hazard warning light or the danger warning light. And it is falso, because you don't need to on the warning light when you are doing that kind of reverse. Ok. Number 13. Il segnale raffigurato vieta l'inversione di marcia. And the 13 is falso. It says this sign prohibits reverse. So it does not allow you to do reverse. That's what the question is saying. And it is falso, because the sign simply alerts you of the end of the road, meaning the road does not continue ahead. So 13 is falso for that reason. 14. Il segnale A integrato con il pannello B preannuncia la presenza di veicoli militari in manovra. And the 14, of course, it is falso. It says the sign A integrated with the panel B announces the presence of military vehicles in doing maneuvers. And it is falso, because it is macchine operatrici. Macchine operatrici. Vehicles that are used to work on the road, in movement rather. So that's why the 14 is falso. 15. Il pannello integrativo raffigurato indica che in caso di pioggia si può trovare del fango sulla strada. So 15, of course, it is vero. It says the supplementary panel indicate that in case of rain, there may be mud on the road. And it is true. If rain falls, there is a possibility of mud being on the road. So that's why the 15 is a simple vero. Number 16. Nell'incrocio rappresentato in figura, I veicoli disimpegnano l'incrocio nel seguente ordine: A, H, C, E, V. So the 16, of course, it is false. So it says in this intersection, the vehicles will be crossing according to this order: the A, the H, the G, which is the C, and the E, and the V. So it is false, because the first one crossing is the A, then the E, then the V, okay, then the H, and the last one will be the C. So that's why the 16 is false. 17. La corsia è una pista riservata alle vetture da corsa. So 17, what is the right answer? Of course, the 17 is absolutely false. It says the lane is a track reserved for racing cars. And it is false because it's meant for circulation, not racing. So that's why 17 is false. 18. Il segnale raffigurato indica la fine del limite minimo di velocità. So 18, of course, it is vero. It says this sign indicates the end of the minimum speed. So it is vero. The circle blue is the minimum speed. So you can go more, but you cannot. In this case, it is the end. So you can go more. You can also go lesser than 30. So the 18 is absolutely vero. Very good. Number 19. Il segnale raffigurato è un segnale di pericolo. And of course, the 19 is vero. He said this is a sign of danger. That is very simple. And it is vero. And the sign represents a double sense of circulation road ahead of you. Very simple. Number 20. Il sorpasso è vietato in prossimità delle curve su strade a due corsie a doppio senso di marcia. And of course the 20 is vero. It says overtaking is prohibited near curves on two lanes with a double direction road. So it is absolutely vero. If it is two lanes and it is a double direction road. So it is absolutely vero. Okay? Very good. Number 21. Il segnale raffigurato impone di fermarsi all'incrocio anche in presenza di semaforo a luce lampeggiante gialla. So 21. What is the right answer? Of course, the 21 is vero. It says this sign requires you to stop at the intersection, even if the traffic light is flashing yellow. Now, it is absolutely vero because when the traffic light is flashing yellow, it puts into validity the main purpose of the sign that is positioned on the road. So that's why the 21 is absolutely vero. 22. Il segnale raffigurato è posto su entrambi gli accessi della strada. 22 is absolutely vero. It says this sign is placed on both entrances of the road. And it is vero because the sign represents divieto di transito. So it has to be positioned the beginning of that road and the end of it, or the area. So that's why the 22 is vero. Very good. For those who need help to pass their exams, you can join our private class and pass your exams. Number 23. Now, you got to be careful who you join to teach you Patente B. There are many people teaching. I keep saying this. There are many people teaching. And there are many people who don't know what they are teaching. So, when somebody is teaching, listen to the teaching carefully before you join their class. You have to be sure that what they are teaching you, they themselves, they understand what they are teaching before you join. If not, you will just be wasting your time with people that don't know what they are even teaching you. Okay? Now, number 23. La fermata è vietata in corrispondenza dei segnali orizzontali di preselezione e lungo le corsie di canalizzazione. So 23, of course, the answer is vero. Why? It says stopping is prohibited at horizontal preselection signs and along channel lanes. So it is vero, because if we do that, we block the circulation and we do not make those signs to be well visible. So that's why 23 is vero. 24. Per smontare una ruota da sostituire bisogna togliere i bulloni prima di sollevare il veicolo con il martinetto, crick. So 24, of course, it is falso. It is falso because it says to remove the wheel to be replaced, you must remove the bolt before raising the vehicle with the jack. It is absolutely falso. 25. I seggiolini per bambini possono anche essere di costruzione artigianale purché approvati da esperto della ASL. So 25 is falso. It says child seat can also be handmade provided they are approved by an expert from the ASL. Now it is falso because it can never be handmade. Very simple. 26. Il delineatore raffigurato indica un cantiere stradale. So 26 is falso. It says this sign indicates a road construction site, and it is absolutely falso. It's just a barrier, okay? So it's not a road construction site, and it's also indicating us to take the left direction, ok? Number 27. Il segnale raffigurato indica che non è possibile proseguire su quella strada. So what is the answer of the 27? Of course, it is absolutely falso. It said this sign indicates that it is not possible to continue on that road. And it is falso because it's just telling you è passaggio obbligatoria a destra. So 27 is falso. 28. Nei veicoli dotati di marmita catalitica l'inquinamento dell'aria è minore. Subito dopo l'accensione del motore, quando la temperatura è ancora bassa. So of course the number 28 is absolutely falso. It says in vehicles equipped with catalytic converter, air pollution is lower immediately after starting the engine when the temperature is still low. And of course it is absolutely falso. Now, number 29. So 29, it says, per guidare un'autovettura che traina un rimorchio di massa massima autorizzata di 2000 kg e massa massima autorizzata del complesso veicolare pari a 4500 kg, è necessario aver conseguito la patente di categoria BE. So of course the number 29 is a simple question. 29 is absolutely vero. Why? Because so far as the weight it does not exceed 7 tons, it is allowed. So that's why 29 is vero. You need a Patente BA to drive it. Very good. Now, number 30. Secondo le norme di precedenza possono impegnare l'incrocio rappresentato in figura il veicolo R dopo l'attraversamento dei veicoli B e D. So of course the number 30, the right answer is absolutely falso. because it says, according to the rules of precedence, at this intersection, vehicle R can enter the intersection after vehicle B and D have crossed. So it is false because the R is the first one, which is the green. The second is the D, and the third one is the B. So that's why the 30 is absolutely false. Very good. Now, as I was saying before, when you are joining somebody's class, make sure the person can teach you like this, like the way I am teaching you. Don't go and join anyone just at all. I'm not talking about TikTok. I'm talking about joining their class. Okay, if you want to join the class, you get in touch with the teacher, but make sure you join somebody who can teach you well. Somebody who cannot read the question in Italian language and explain it well, tell you why the answer is vero, can tell you why the answer is falso. If they can't tell you these things, don't join their class. Because I have too many people in my class that they were being taught the wrong things. Too many people. So if you are joining, make sure you join quick and fast. Don't go and join somebody who is teaching on TikTok just for fun and they are just teaching anything anyhow just to have subscribers. There are many people like that. So be careful when you are joining. Okay. For those of you who need help for your patente, that is the number. You call the number, we will assist you and help you pass your exams in few months, depending on what you need. Maybe you need help with some few topics. We can help you with that immediately. It's very simple. Let me see. Okay. So now we are going to proceed with another exercise. Okay. Now with the next exercise, question number 1. Il segnale raffigurato indica che la fermata è vietata sia prima che dopo il segnale. So of course the number 1 is absolutely vero. It says this sign indicates that stopping is prohibited both before and after the sign, and it is vero. Why? Because the sign is prohibition of stopping, and the 2 arrows below represent what? Continuation of the sign. So ahead and also before. Ahead of you and also before. So that's why the number 1, the answer is vero. Number 2, la luce gialla fissa si spegne insieme con il verde. So of course the number 2 is absolutely false. It says the solid yellow light goes off together with the green one, and it is false because the lights are on and off separately. So that's why the 2 is false. Very simple question. Number 3. Secondo le norme di precedenza dell'incrocio rappresentato in figura, i veicoli passano nel seguente ordine: P, B, N, D. So the 3 is absolutely false. It says according to the rules of precedence at this intersection, the vehicles will pass in this following order, which is the P, the B, the N, and the D. And it is false because the first one crossing here is the D because the right side is free. The second is the P. The third one is the B, the black. The last one is the N, which is the red. So that's why the 3 is false. Very good. Number 4. Il segnale raffigurato preavvisa eventuali depositi temporanei di materiali o macchinari. So of course the number 4. is absolutely vero. Why? Because it says this sign warns us of any temporary storage of materials or machines. So it is absolutely vero, because the sign represents they are working on the road. And it also represents where there is a probability that the machines that they use to work on the road, they are being stored. Simple. So the 4 is absolutely vero. Number 5. Il segnale raffigurato non vieta la fermata. So number 5 is of course vero. He said this sign does not prohibit stopping. So it is vero because it prohibits what? Sosta. Okay, divieto di sosta. That's all. So 5 is absolutely vero. Number 6. Causa probabile di incidenti dovuti alla struttura della strada può essere presenza di barriere laterali ad assorbimento d'urto, guardrails. And of course the 6 is falso. It says a probable cause of accident due to the road structure can be the presence of shock-absorbing side barriers. And of course it is falso, because that does not cause accident. Very good. Number 7. Gli organi di traino di un veicolo possono non essere di tipo omologato. So as long as you see possono essere di tipo non omologato, the answer of the 7 is already falso. Simple. Number 8. In presenza del segnale raffigurato è sempre prevista la rimozione forzata del veicolo. And the 8 is what? Falso. It says in the presence of this sign, the forced removal of the vehicles is always foreseen. And it is falso. Why? Because there's no sign that commands the forced removal. Okay? This sign that we are seeing simply says you are not allowed to park. Basta. But there is no any sign that demonstrates a forced removal. So that's why the 8 is a simple falso. Are you learning something? If you are learning something, write yes, yes, yes in the comment section before we proceed with the questions. Just write yes, 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 yes in the comment section. Okay. Also, for those who want to join the YouTube channel, this is the name of the YouTube, Mawin DT. Mawin DT. So you go also on YouTube, you write Mawin DT. When you write it on YouTube, many YouTube channels will appear. They are all mine. Many YouTube channels will appear, and they are all mine because they all contain the name Mawin DT. We are talking about probably more than 100 YouTube channels. They are all under my name. Okay, so like I said, you want to join the private class, you want to join somebody who knows what he is teaching, join Marvin the teacher, and don't waste your time. I think you are waiting for the exams to become 50 questions. When it becomes 50 questions, do you think you will pass these exams? Even now that it is 30, you are crying. Wait for it to become 50 questions. It is what it is. Number 9. Allora, let me take it. Number 9. I passaggi a livello vanno affrontati a velocità molto elevata per essere in grado di sfondare le barriere se non si è in grado di fermarsi per tempo a barriere abbassate. So what is the answer of the 9? Of course, it is absolutely falso. It says the crossing of the train line must be approached at a very high speed that you may be able to break through the barriers if you are unable to stop in time when the barriers are already down. So it is absolutely false. because you reduce your speed and you stop at the crossing of the train line with barriers. Very good. Number 10. L'assicurazione per la responsabilità civile auto RCA copre anche la responsabilità penale in base al premio pagato. And that is absolutely falso. It says the insurance also covers the criminal responsibility based on the premium paid. It is falso because there are two different, responsibilities. So 10 is absolutely falso. Number 11. Ai fini della sicurezza nei veicoli a motore a due ruote è opportuno verificare periodicamente che la catena di trasmissione sia ben lubrificata. And of course that 11 is vero. It says for safety reasons in two-wheeled motor vehicles, it is advisable to periodically check that the drive chain is well lubricated. And 11 is absolutely vero. Of course, 12. Il segnale raffigurato preannuncia una strada senza uscita. So the 12, what is the right answer? Of course, the 12 is absolutely falso. It says this sign indicates a dead-end road. It is falso because it's just the end of the right of precedence. That's all. So 12 is falso for that reason. Very good. Number 13. Fuori dei centri abitati in caso di impossibilità a collocare il veicolo fuori della carreggiata, il conducente deve sostare il più vicino possibile al margine destro della carreggiata. So 13, of course the answer is vero. It says outside the city, if it is not possible to park the vehicle off the road, the driver must park as close as possible to the right edge of the road. And of course it is absolutely vero. Very good. Number 14. Nell'incrocio rappresentato in figura, il veicolo C deve dare la precedenza al veicolo H. And the 14 is absolutely vero. It says at this intersection, vehicle C must give way to vehicle H. So it is vero. Why? Because the first vehicle crossing in this intersection is the A, which is the yellow. The second is the E, which is the red. The third is the V, which is the blue. The fourth one is the H, which is the green. And the last one is the C, which is the black. So that's why the 14 is absolutely vero. Very good. Number 15. In presenza del segnale raffigurato su una strada a doppio senso di circolazione con due sole corsie, si deve circolare il più possibile vicino al margine destro. And the 15 is vero. It says in the presence of this sign shown on a double direction road with only two lanes, you must drive as close as possible to the right edge. And the answer is vero. Why? Because it is only two lanes for each sense of circulation. Number 2 reason is because you are also on a curve. So that's why the 15 is absolutely vero. Number 16. Il segnale raffigurato prescrive di arrestarsi al varco doganale. And of course the 16 is absolutely vero. It said this sign requires you to stop at the custom checkpoint. So it is vero. You have to stop for checking. Okay? Very good. Number 17. L'inquinamento dell'aria prodotto dai veicoli a motore può diminuire se si circola sempre con marce basse. So what is the answer of the number 17? If you know the answer, you can write it in the comment section. Now, of course, the 17 is absolutely falso. It says air pollution from motor vehicles can be reduced if you always drive in a lower gear. It is falso. You have to. Reducing the gear does not reduce the pollution caused by the vehicles. So 17 is absolutely falso. Number 18. Il conducente in vicinanza di un posteggio riservato ai taxi deve fare attenzione ai pedoni che salgono o scendono dal taxi. And of course 18 is vero. It says the driver when approaching a taxi rank must pay attention to pedestrians getting in or out of the taxi. And that is absolutely vero. Okay, we have to watch these things very, very carefully to avoid accident or hitting pedestrians. 19. In una strada a senso unico di circolazione, con la segnaletica indicata in figura, si può circolare stando a cavallo della striscia di mezzo. So 19 is absolutely falso. It says in a one-way street or direction road, with this sign, you can drive by staying on top of the discontinuous line. And of course the answer is absolutely falso, because the discontinuous line is to divide each lane, so we can't circulate on top of it. So 19 is falso for that simple reason. 20. Il segnale raffigurato è posto per indicare la fine di una provincia. And of course the number 20 is falso. He said this sign is placed to indicate the end of a province, and it is falso because it's actually the beginning of a city called Taranto. So 20 is falso for that reason. Okay. Number 21. Il segnale raffigurato è un segnale di indicazione. So 21 is falso. He said this is a sign of indication. It is falso because this sign is part of segnale di obbligo. Very good. Number 22. Se si viene sorpassati mentre sopraggiunge un veicolo dal senso opposto, si ha l'obbligo di mantenere la stessa velocità. So of course number 22 is falso. It says if you are overtaken by a vehicle coming from the opposite direction, you are required to maintain the same speed. And of course it is falso. It is absolutely falso. Number 23. Il conducente che non supera l'esame di revisione della patente subisce la revoca della patente stessa. So 23 is of course vero. It says the driver who fails the driving license review test will have his license revoked. That is absolutely vero. So you have to pass the reviewing test also to keep your patente. 24. Il casco deve essere periodicamente pulito con benzina o acquaraggia per sgrassarlo ed eliminare resti di insetti. And of course number 24 is very, very, very falso. It says the helmet must be periodically cleaned with petrol to decrease it and eliminate insect remaining. So it is absolutely falso. Very good. Number 25. Il segnale raffigurato può preannunciare la presenza di una scuola frequentata da bambini nelle vicinanze. So of course 25 is absolutely vero. It says this sign may indicate the presence of a school attended by children nearby. And of course, the answer is absolutely vero, because that is where this sign is positioned, or even close to park. Ok. Number 26. Lo stato di shock non rappresenta un pericolo per la salute. So 26, of course, the answer is falso. It says shock does not pose a health risk. It is falso, because the state of shock can even kill someone. Number 27. Il segnale raffigurato su una carreggiata a senso unico preannuncia l'inizio del doppio senso di circolazione. So number 27, of course, the answer is falso. It says this sign on a one-way carriageway announces the start of a double direction road. And of course, the answer is falso, because the sign simply represents dare precedenza nei sensi unici alternati. That's why the answer is falso. Number 28. Il conducente che parte dal margine della carreggiata e si mette nel flusso della circolazione deve accertarsi che la strada sia libera, guardando anche nei specchietti retrovisori. So of course, number 28, what is the right answer? That is absolutely vero. He said the driver who starts from the edge of the road and enters the flow of the circulation must make sure that the road is clear, also looking at the back, looking in the back view mirror as well. So 28 is absolutely vero, of course. Now number 29. 29 says il simbolo raffigurato individua il boccettone del serbatoio del liquido tergicristalli. So number 29, of course, the answer is absolutely falso. It said this symbol identifies the windshield washer fluid reservoir filler neck. So it is falso. It's just the coolant of the engine. Very good. Now, number 30. Valore della distanza di sicurezza deve essere stabilito anche in base allo stato di efficienza del veicolo. So the 30 is absolutely vero. It says the safety distance value must be established also based on the vehicle's efficiency. So it is absolutely vero. Well done, guys, for joining Mawin the Teacher this morning. Like I said, if you want to join our private classes, get in touch with the teacher and learn Patente B easy with Mawin the Teacher. Do not join guys who don't know what they are teaching. There are many of them here on TikTok. They will waste your time. Okay. And also, what you are watching online is limited. But if you want to join and learn more seriously, you will have to join the private class. Simple. Now, let's proceed with another exercise. Question number 1. Il segnale raffigurato indica la fine del centro abitato e le località successive. So what is the answer of the number 1? Of course, the answer is vero. It says this sign indicates the end of the town and the subsequent locations, or the continuous locations, or the following locations. So it is absolutely vero. That's exactly what it represents. Number 2. Il segnale raffigurato preannuncia che nella direzione della freccia vi è un parcheggio. So number 2 is absolutely vero. It says this sign indicates that there is a parking lot in the direction of the arrow, and it is absolutely vero. So the parking is located at a distance of 300 meters distance on the right side. So the 2 is a simple vero. Very good. Number 3. Il segnale raffigurato preannuncia una deviazione per lavori in corso. And of course the 3, the answer is falso. It says this sign indicates a diversion due to road works in progress. It is falso because, first of all, in order for it to be a road work in progress, the background of this sign must be what? Yellow. And it also should not be this sign. It should be the sign that shows that they are working on the road. So that's why the 3 is absolutely falso. Number 4. Il delineatore raffigurato indica una curva a senso unico. So number 4 is absolutely falso. It says this sign indicates a one-way direction curve road. It is falso because the sign allows you to turn to the left or to the right. So 4 is absolutely falso. Number 5. La targa posteriore di un autoveicolo deve essere illuminata con una luce bianca. And the 5, of course, it is vero. It says the back license plate of a motor vehicle must be illuminated with a white light. And of course, it is absolutely vero. Number 6. In presenza del segnale raffigurato è consentito il transito ai autobus. So, of course, 6 is vero. It says in the presence of this sign, buses are allowed to pass. And it is vero, because the sign is a prohibition for vehicles that transport material things that are heavier than 6.5 tons. That's why the 6, the answer is absolutely vero. Number 7. La patente di categoria B con codice armonizzato 96 consente di guidare le autovetture trainanti un rimorchio non leggero oltre 750 kg, purché la massa massima autorizzata del complesso non sia superiore a 4250 kg. So number 7, what is the right answer? Absolutely vero, because it says the category B driving license with harmonized code 96 allows you to drive cars towing and non-light trailers over 750 kilograms, provided that the maximum authorized weight of the combination does not exceed 4,250 kilograms. And the answer is vero. So far as it does not exceed 4,250 kilograms, you can use the Patente B 96. So 7 is absolutely vero. Number 8. Se un ferito della strada si è ustionato, è consigliabile non togliere i vestiti rimasti attaccati alla pelle bruciata. So the 8 is a simple vero. It says if a road accident victim has been burned, it is advisable not to remove the cloth that remains attached to the burned skin. So it is absolutely vero, because by removing the cloth, you worsen the situation of the person. 9. È consentito migliorare le prestazioni del proprio veicolo aumentando la cilindrata del motore. And the 9 is absolutely falso. It says it is permitted to improve the performance of your vehicle by increasing the engine displacement. And the 9 is falso because it is not allowed. 10. Le frecce direzionali in figura sono di colore giallo nelle strade dove è vietata la sosta. And the 10 is absolutely falso. He said the directional arrows in the figure allows a yellow in streets where parking is prohibited. And it is false. It is never yellow, it's always what? White. Number 11. Il segnale raffigurato preannuncia un incrocio in cui si deve dare precedenza a destra. So the 11 is absolutely vero. It says this sign indicates an intersection where you must give way to the right, and it is vero. So the sign of incrocio, where we have to give way to your right side, if your right side is free, it's represented by this sign. So the 11 is absolutely vero. 12. Lo scarico dei residui organici e delle acque sporche delle autocaravan deve avvenire nei appositi impianti di smaltimento igienico sanitari. So of course number 12 is absolutely vero. It says the discharge of organic waste and wastewater from camper van must take place in the appropriate sanitary disposal facilities. So it is absolutely vero. You can't just throw it anywhere. 13. È obbligatorio ridurre la velocità nelle strade provinciali. So of course the 13 is falso. It says it is mandatory to reduce the speed on province road. It is falso, because we reduce the speed based upon the condition of the road and also the speed limit indicated on the road and also the environment. So that's why the 13 is falso. 14. Il semaforo in figura indica l'entrata di una struttura sportiva, and the 14 is absolutely falso. It says the traffic light indicate the entrance of a sport facility, and it is absolutely falso, because it's just a traffic light for pedestrians. So that's why the 14 is falso. Number 15. Giungendo all'incrocio rappresentato in figura, il veicolo L deve passare per ultimo. Oh, glory to God, glory to God, glory to God. So number 14 is vero. It says, arriving at this intersection in the figure, vehicle L must pass last. And it is, of course, vero. Why? Because the first vehicle crossing is the H, the second is the D, the third is the B, the last one is the L, which is the yellow. So 15 is absolutely vero. Very good. Number 16. Le cinture di sicurezza vanno agganciate solo se si circola a velocità uguale o superiore a 30 km orari. So number 16, what is the right answer? If you know the answer of the 16, write it in the comment section. Now, when you write falso vero, nobody understands which number you are talking about. Nobody understands that. You have to write the number and the answer. Okay, so the number 16, of course, the right answer is falso. It says the seat belt must only be fastened when traveling at a speed of 30 kilometers per hour or more. And of course, it is falso, because we put on the seat belt and we fasten it even before we move the vehicle. Okay, so the 16 is falso for that simple reason. Number 17. Il segnale raffigurato è posto a non più di 25 metri dall'incrocio. And the number 17, of course, the right answer is falso. It says this sign is placed no further than 25 meters from the intersection, and it is falso. Why? Because you will see it at the intersection. Okay, So that's why the 17 is absolutely falso. Number 18. La distanza di sicurezza è commisurata anche al numero di corsie della strada. And the 18 is falso. It says the safety distance is also proportionate to the number of lanes on the road. It is absolutely falso. It has nothing to do with the number of lanes. 19. La responsabilità penale connessa al sinistro stradale sorge allorché vengano violate norme contemplate dal codice penale. So 19, what is the right answer? Of course, the 19 is absolutely vero. It says the criminal responsibility in connection with a road accident arises when provisions of the criminal code are violated. So that is absolutely vero. Very good. Number 20. Bisogna lasciare libere le immissioni stradali, incroci, confluenze, ingressi dei parcheggi, eccetera, anche in caso di traffico intenso. So number 20, of course the right answer is vero. It says road entrance, intersections, junctions, car park entrances must be left free even in heavy traffic. So it is absolutely vero. Number 21. Il segnale raffigurato preannuncia in caso di forte vento laterale un pericolo che è maggiore per i veicoli che trainano caravan. And what is the answer of the 21? Absolutely vero. It says this sign warns us of the danger in the event of strong side wind, which is greater for vehicles towing caravans. So because the caravans have a wider space for the wind to push on. So that's why the 21 is absolutely vero. 22. Nell'incrocio rappresentato in figura, il veicolo B transita per primo. So number 22, of course, it is vero. The B is the first vehicle crossing. Very good. 23. Il segnale raffigurato è un segnale di indicazione. And of course 23 is falso. He said this is a sign of indication. And it is falso because it is a sign of what? Obligation. 24. La fermata è vietata in prossimità e in corrispondenza di segnali stradali verticali in modo da occultarne la vista. Now, what is the meaning of the word occultarne la vista? Who knows the meaning of the word occultarne la vista? Occultarne la vista. Now, the word occultarne la vista, to obscure their view or to cover their view. I know many of you don't know the meaning. Okay, so the answer of the 24 is vero because it says stopping is prohibited near and in correspondence with vertical road signs in order to obscure or to cover its view. So 24 is absolutely vero. 25. Il segnale raffigurato indica il prossimo inizio di una corsia complementare, supplementare, riservata ai veicoli lenti. So 25, of course the answer is falso. He said this sign indicate the upcoming start of an additional lane reserved for vehicles moving slowly. And of course it is absolutely falso because the sign simply represents direzioni consentiti destra o dritto. Very good. Number 26. È vietato trasportare o trainare cose che strisciano sul terreno, anche se in parte sostenute da ruote. So of course number 26 is absolutely vero. It says it is forbidden to transport or tow objects that slide on the ground, even if they are partly supported by wheels. So it is absolutely vero. So far as the thing that you are towing is sliding on the road, it is forbidden for us to tow those things. So that's why the 26 is absolutely vero. Very good. 27. Il sorpasso in autostrada può essere motivo di incidente se si viaggia con le luci annabbayanti sempre accese. 27 is absolutely falso. It says overtaking on motorway can cause an accident if you are driving with your headlight always on. So it is absolutely falso, because when you are driving with the dim light on, that does not cause accident, and that's not the cause of accident. Okay. 28. Il conducente che intende effettuare l'inversione di marcia su una strada a doppio senso deve rinunciare ad eseguire la manovra se vi è scarsa visibilità. So 28, of course, the right answer is absolutely, let me see the answers of people. Somebody is saying vero. Okay, are you sure it is vero? Okay, so number 28, of course, the right answer is absolutely of course it is vero. It says the driver who intends to make a U-turn on a one-way road must not, it says, must not carry out the maneuver if there is poor visibility. So if there is poor visibility, you don't have to make that maneuver. So that's why the answer is vero. Very good. Excellent. Number 29. Il segnale raffigurato vieta il transito dalle ore 8 alle ore 20 dei giorni festivi. So number 29, of course the right answer is absolutely vero. It says this sign prohibits circulation from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. on public holidays. That is absolutely vero. That's the meaning of the cross. Public holidays or festive days. Very good. Number 30. It says le sospensioni di un veicolo a motore servono a garantire un buon comfort di marcia. So number 30, of course the right answer is absolutely vero. It says the suspension of a motor vehicle's purpose is to ensure good driving comfort. And it is of course vero. So that when the vehicle is shaking, you will not be feeling the bouncing of the vehicle much as you are seated in the vehicle. Join the private class with Marvin the teacher. Do not waste your time. Now, I know everybody wants to learn Patente and they don't want to join, especially the private classes. Most of the time because of what they have to pay to join. Okay, now there are some who will never get their Patente because alone they can make it alone. So if you know you need help, join before it's too late, before these people change their questions to 50. Join a good class. I'm not even telling you to join my class. My own is already here. If you want to join, you can join. You send me a message on WhatsApp, you can join my private class. I don't have any problem. But if you are joining someone, make sure you are joining somebody who can teach you well. There are too many people teaching on TikTok, and they are teaching the wrong things. I look at them every day, and they are teaching people wasted things. They're just wasting their time. Okay? Like I said, if the person cannot explain to you the question, cannot tell you why the answer is very or false, and they don't have a private class, do not join. Like I said, I have too many people in my class that they join many people's classes, and then they end up being taught the wrong things. Just the wrong things. I'm just telling you what's up. You can see how I'm teaching. You can see how I'm teaching here. I am not holding my phone like thousands of people online holding their phone as if I don't know what they are doing there. There are too many people like that. Those ones is a sign to you. Many like that don't know what they are doing. They are just on TikTok trying to get subscriptions. That is all that they want. Whether you pass your exams, you fail it, they don't really care. That is why many of them, they do it, they say they do it for free, because they don't even know what they are teaching. That's why they say they do it for free. There is nothing precious that comes free. Patente is very important here in Europe, especially in Italy. It's very, very important. If you don't get it, you cannot get a job. Don't waste your time. Anyway, God bless you. Ciao, ciao.